Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's Lair. I'm your host and cybernetic Chupacabra Larry, and we're back to check out another newly released game here today, literally released at around 11 a.m. today, or at least that's when I'm able to post this video. I'm playing a beta release version. We are going to be checking out the game The Signal from Tolva, which is the latest game from Big Robot, the games company that gave us Sir, You Are Being Hunted. And The Signal from Tolva takes us to the far reaches of the galaxy, either way distant in the past or somewhere in the future, where a strange electronic signal has drawn our little robot interests, where we want to go and recover what we hope is an ancient artifact that might turn the tide in a long-standing and ancient war. And the story goes in this universe, and I'm not really spoiling anything because this is just in the game's sort of description blurb. We are one of millions of robots that were created in an ancient interstellar war between various factions, and like automated wars tend to go, we accidentally blew up our creators, or killed them, or ate them, or assimilated them maybe we're the Borg. But either way, they're gone, and we've been fighting it out ever since, and we're trying to gain superiority. So we've come to this planet in the hopes of doing that. But we're kind of a bit of a secret agent in a way, which might mean that we don't want anyone to know that what's on this planet might be valuable. So without further ado, let's jump in here and get on with our adventures. We'll start a new game called the Baconator Supreme. Okay, I guess the Baconator Sup. With the tutorial hints enabled, because I'm not super memorized all the controls yet, because some of them are a little different than your normal scheme of like E to U's and all of that stuff. And we shall begin. So we're in a high orbit over the planet now, somewhere in the Lodestone cluster, and we are aboard the ship of a local information broker, which sort of leads me to believe that we're some type of spy. Here he is, looking very suave, freshly oiled. So it seems you are quite fortunate, Larry. We found the source of the signal you were so interested in, an obscure world known locally as Tolva. The planet is riddled with emanations and electromagnetic footprints, some ancient and others more recent. You will need to examine the surface close up and eliminate the false positives, and manually identify the precise origin of the signal. We took the liberty of hijacking you a Surveyor for you to control remotely. If this body is destroyed, we can connect you to another one. Our clearance is low level, and for now, Surveyor directed mission should lead us to the signal and boost our clearance. Oh, and do be careful. A Zealot frigate crashed on the surface of the planet, and they're not too happy about it. So essentially, we're trying to sneak in here and find this artifact, and I'm guessing that the Zealots are our mortal enemies, and they also have a troop transport in the vicinity that I guess crash landed either from a battle or because they're also looking for it and just had a rough landing. So here we are in the body of a lovely Surveyor drone, equipped with guns, laser beams, and long-range laser beams, all of the comforts of home, and also the ability to zoom in and scan things. Like this says this is a Surveyor marker, and I guess this is one of the ships that the Surveyors arrived on. And our broker says there's a Surveyor ahead. You're controlling a similar chassis, so Surveyors should remain neutral towards you. Just please don't attack them, they're kinda useful. So basically, we're inhabiting the body of one of the robots tasked with mapping this planet and recovering any resources that might be around, like scrap metal, ancient technology, or forgotten technology, cataloging it and taking it back to the mothership, I guess. And we're borrowing, not bothering, one of their bodies in order to find some hint of where this signal is coming from. So basically, all these guys' job is they're scanning around just looking for stuff, which we can also do with the button G, which activates our special robot sight, which allows us to see into other spectrums. And it'll also kind of highlight different objects in the distance. Oh, okay, so this little indicator at the bottom of my screen indicates nearby resources. Okay, that's good. I wasn't sure what that was before. So we're heading to this undiscovered location out on the map, and if we find whatever's here, we'll get a new gun called the Cobalt. Alright, that's simple enough. I really love the way this game looks, by the way. Like, this isn't even, like, souped up settings. I think this is just default. And everything kind of has that nice Borderlands-y cel-shaded look, but a little bit lighter. Or is that cel-shaded? Maybe I'm mislabeling the art style, but it's got a very kind of hand-painty look to it, with a bunch of different grass particle effects in the ground and the environment that make the whole thing look kind of nice. So essentially what we're doing is we're looking for anything of value in the environment. And I should also start my timer so I don't run this video too long. And there's a lot of different stuff in the environment that can be of value to us. There's little pieces of scrap metal, like this stuff right here, that is sort of like a currency that will allow us to upgrade our weapons, build stuff, buy different stuff, all sorts of things, and that will be incredibly handy as we go along. Because from what I've seen, the enemies ramp up very quickly. So it's worth noting as you go along here that this is actually a skeleton of some sort of massive prehistoric robotic animal. So I'm actually wondering if we did in fact destroy our creators, or if that happened like a really, really long time ago and we've just been evolving as robots ever since. It's worth a thought or two. So my map still says that there's something of value nearby. I'm not sure what it is, though. That little icon, that series of icons, I should say, in the lower right-hand corner is telling me that there is scrap nearby. That little thing that's turning orange right now. Oh, and there's like a little downed drone here. What is this? Some bandit chassis drone. So there's like a bandit faction on this planet. Would you really expect robots, though, to, like, be a part of a random faction of some sort? Like, wouldn't you expect robots to be, like, programmed to stay a part of, like, the host mothership faction? I'd think so, but I'm not a robot, so I could be wrong. So there's lots of scrap around here. Anything else hiding? Nope. Some more skeletal fragments of something metallic, though. And I think it's really cool that they've actually got some, like, whale-looking metallic bodies here and there. So the first signal that we're looking for is in this Q-mass basin. And if we open up the spectrum scanner again, we'll notice that there's these weird tentacles floating around this object here. And essentially, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for old pieces of technology that we don't have currently. And they're indicated with these bizarre electromagnetic tentacles in the air. And I mean, long-term viewers of the channel will know just how much Larry loves those tentacles. That's something me and the Japanese have in common. So now we have the initial calibration mission completed. And if we open up our map, we can set our waypoint to the next spot over here. And basically the way that this works is, as we scan new data, we upload it to the information broker via a local base of some kind. Either a bunker that we have under our control, or a bunker that we've recently taken over. Some more scrap back here. And basically, most of this scrap, from what I've seen so far, is just a lot of money that will allow us... Is this something I can have? What is this? I guess not. But that's gonna let us buy new weapons, basically. Which means we get to have fancier versions of this gun. Although, honestly, do I really need a different version of this? This looks pretty cool. It shoots laser beams. Although it's got a really nasty spread to it. We got this long-range rifle. And it's worth noting that you don't really have to worry about ammo in this game. Because it's just like electricity charged from your primary robot body. And it also lets you reload as you move around. So let's see, this says that if I hold the right mouse button and Q, I can do steady aim. Alright. How does this work? Q? Alright. Well, at least they've got some decent snipery mechanics in the game. I can't fault them for that. Yeah, the weapon fire in this game, I'm gonna say, is pretty standard stuff. And hello, 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 what have we here? Some delicious bacon. I don't mind if I do. Ooh, it's got that crunch that I just love. And hello. This is why it pays to kind of wander around in these very explorative games. Because look, there's another tentacle rock back here. And I'm guessing that each one of these either helps us along our primary story mission, or allows us to unlock different research and abilities. Okay, so we got Archive Remnant ZZ. Data snoopers like these will collect and retain various kinds of transmitted data. We should be able to decrypt fragments of it for you. Okay, that's cool. So, yeah, that's basically what they're doing. They're unlocking different pieces of research like weapons, shields, or other tools that might become rather valuable later in the game. Because there's a couple different things that we can equip to our robot, which might be interesting to people. So it looks like these things are just parts of old robotic bases that are squitching around here. And over here is our first base of operations. So if I actually zoom in here, this is a Star Network bunker, and it's got a 5-tube pattern. Oh wait, there's bacon over here. I'm glad I took a look. Looks like there's just gonna be a lot of different discarded debris around, because this planet is kind of unknown, I suppose I would say. But it looks like there's been, like, robot people things here before fighting. So there's an allied base up ahead, Larry. You can register your scan results and pick up new equipment at the terminal. Alright, sounds simplistic enough. I'll make sure to gather as much free bacon as I can on the way. So basically, if we need to get help or we're getting chased by something, we can just come to this Surveyor base, and they will help us out. Because we are one, including this Surveyor turret which just deployed from space somewhere. And this thing is really murdery. Like, this thing will blow you up instantly if you mess with it. Although, funny enough, you can shoot it and it won't do anything. Because you're part of the same faction. It's just you might damage the locals, and these guys are helpful. You don't want to kill them. Yet. I mean, I'll be honest, I kind of thought about it and shot them a bit, but they don't really drop anything good when I was testing this game before. So let's see, heading on into ye old base and turning in the scan data. So here we go. We got mission successful, and we're one of 3 upgrades away from unlocking another rank inside of the Surveyor faction. So let's see, we can customize our loadout and we can get different guns. You can see there's a boatload of guns here that we can unlock. They're all looking like basic modifications of the same gun, but it looks like they have some different stats to them to mix and match your playstyle. So we'll probably check those out as we go along. I'll be finishing this game, by the way. No need to worry about that. So let's buy this new Cobalt gun, because we've got 300 bucks. And this costs only 200. So now we've equipped the Cobalt, which is slightly better than the other gun. It's got slightly better accuracy, a little bit more reactor drain. Actually, it looks like the other one might have been a little bit better for the range, but this one's got better damage outputs. That's not too bad. We can also equip things like better shields. We can have the AoE effects, which I'm not sure how to activate these. And we also have like a hazard suit for not melting on the planet. As far as like robots are feeling hazarded by anything. And this is our robot body. It's a little bit worse for wear. It looks like it's had some hard use. There's like some seeping bullet holes in it. Let's check out our data library. So we got some archives here. Signal data. Bandwidth is good. Finished tutorial scan. Initial calibration. Logged into Star Network as autonomous drone. Bandwidth is good. Connection good. Network good. Broker's notes. Remember that we need to work with the surveyors to increase your rank access. They need to think that you are a high-functioning AI. And then here's the next piece of data. Comms log remainder. Index to whenever. Drone index to whenever. Index, brother. They say you have trouble on that new rock? Yes, interference of some kind. We did not know better. We might say it was malicious and deliberate. But there is nothing here. Some unusual minerals, magnetic fields, no discernible pattern. It is all silent movies, drone. Fine, make jokes, but there is something here, inhibiting our wider operations in the sector. More than noise, intelligence. You have at least found a rich vein of excuses, then. Ugh, signing off. So, looks like the robots actually have their own personalities, which is interesting. Not something I would expect, but I guess if you leave a robot wandering around in the woods long enough, they'll eventually find something to think about. So, connection data. We have connected you to the Surveyor subnetwork on the planet's surface. If you cause a robot to be destroyed, you'll be connected to another. Surveyors will not act against you, and broker's notes say the source of the signal could be anything. I believe it may be a zealot trap. We will help you as far as it is possible from our remote location in orbit, but this is up to you. Alright, that's cool. And currently, we have a whole bunch of stuff nearby that we can explore. So let's go to this thing, QMass Basin. And we'll start exploring everything that's in the local vicinity. Can I... Okay, I can kind of drag it around, and this is a fairly large map. And I don't know if this is the only map that we get access to. So this is an ambush location. Allied patrols have gone missing in this area. Oh, wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay. Well, I can certainly deal with that. So basically, if we need to repair, we just come back and use this console, or we just explode and spawn in a new robot body. That's basically the gist of it. And I do know for a fact that there's more bacon back here. You see that these squishy tentacle lines are hanging out. So there's actually yet another comms interceptor thing here. So that's Snooper Datum 57. And here's yet another one. So I guess as we unlock these, they all unlock new pieces of information that tell us a little bit about the history of the robots that have ended up here. And it's starting to sound like this planet is a little bit of the Bermuda Triangle of lost planets. So a bunch of like other robots have ended up here and gotten malfunctioning or lost or confused and ended up sort of dead or malfunctioned or broken down and couldn't move. and essentially dead as far as robots are concerned. So now we're entering the danger zone. We're riding into the danger zone. So combat guidance, swap your weapons with the mouse wheel, activate your defense shield with mouse button 3, so my scroll wheel, melee attack with E, and fall back to allow your chassis to auto-repair. Nearby surveyors will also engage opposing factions. Yep, that's all pretty standard. So let's zoom in here and see what is to see. So last time I checked this game out, I got ambushed here. I don't know if that was from a bug or if I'm just not careful, stuff will start getting spicy with me. So we've got hostile, subject is a bandit. Subject rank 0, security and structural integrity is full. Weapon, goblin. Okay, so they got like a bunch of crazy weapons here. Come on, scan the sky. Currently targeting nothing, state patrolling, guarding area of the QMass Basin. Alright, well, I can deal with that. We got this scary turret back here, so I'm just gonna start shooting people in the face. Don't run, Billy. I just want to turn you inside out. Don't be a bitch. Alright, that's what our shield looks like. Okay, that's one. Whoa, and you can get headshots on robots. Alright, I mean, I won't complain. A dead robot is a dead robot. So we got to kill the guards to neutralize the enemy lander. And there's another one over there. So it looks like if I spend the time to scan them, they'll kind of get like an overhead marker. Like, say, this was a Tom Clancy game with crazy future technology. Come on, Billy. I'm gonna turn you inside out. Gonna turn you into one of them robot skin rugs. There we go. Looks like I did shoot him a little bit, so that's nice. Not 100% sure what that golden stuff is that I've been picking up, but I'm sure it'll come in handy later. So wait, there's a dude over here. Where are you, Timmy? No data available. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who is shooting over here? Come here, you. Frickin' dunked. Dunked, son. Are you friendly? You're friendly, but these aren't. Oh yeah, there's just a bunch of little buttholes over here. Well, that's fine. We got a really handy rifle. Makes really short work of these bad boys. Come here, you. I'm not done with you. I got a shield and I'm somewhat afraid to use it because I don't know how good it is. Wow, that's actually really, really inaccurate. Okay, I guess I gotta reload. There we go. Is that everyone? I feel like that must be everybody, or darn near. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna say stealth might not be necessary all the time, but certainly a useful feature. Worth noting that we're also a self-repairing robot, so that might also indicate that we're very advanced from the original explorers of this planet. So I'll grab all these bits of spare scrap from this pirate ship. Yeah, this is like a weird crab-walking pirate vessel. Interesting. Let's see what the old scanner says about this. Bandit dropship. Ugly variant. LOL. That's great. Love that. Alright, you can stop shooting me, Billy, you butthole. Okay, let's see here. What does this say? No data available on the dead pirate. Fair enough. Well, I'm still gonna head to my objective since this is pretty much neutralized. Let's make sure all of our guns are reloaded. I'm not really sold on this machine gun, but perhaps I just need to really get up and close personal with people's faces to really make that super valuable. Cat's friendly. What is this thing? Survey marker. So it looks like regular eyeballs are friendly units. This is a random unmarked drone. Might be ours, might be someone else's, who knows? Is this a survey marker? It looks like it has a gun on it. Is that a gun or a face? Well, either way. Well, it looks safe enough up here. That's good to know. Anything hiding from me? Nothing so far. So that must be that crash-landed ship, or crash-hovering ship, that our broker warned us about. Good to know. Where am I on the map? Oh, I'm like past where I was supposed to be. Wait, so where is this hidden thing? Is there like something off in these rocks? It says it's right here. I don't really see anything though. That's really bizarre. There's this thing. I guess this is just a land marker, so let's try this undiscovered location over here. And see if that yields any more bacon than what we have now. So far I've got to say that this game runs pretty well. Like, when I first downloaded it, it was a little bit squishy. But once I sort of fine-tuned a couple of settings to make the ambient occlusion behave itself on my computer, everything has been kind of good so far. So we're going to be checking out some more Signal from Tolva in the coming days. I really like this game. It's basically that adventurous exploration experience with a little bit of gunplay that I was kind of hoping for from, say, No Man's Sky, which we didn't really get, obviously, because that game was the biggest letdown of last year. So, that'll be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host, Larry. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check this game out for yourselves. It's going to be available on Steam as of today at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. That'll be about 6 p.m. in the UK, according to the developers in their email. That's when the embargo gets lifted. So I will check you guys and gals next time. Do the likey, subscribey, and have a good one, everybody. And we're going to have one heck of a robot-y invasion, or exploration, or adventure. One of those things is probably the thing I'm after. So bye, everybody, and have a good one.